Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've been getting a lot of requests to do a video on what my favorite Sigma brushes are. You guys know that Sigma brushes are my all-time favorite brush brand to use. They're just really good quality and they're really affordable, which is why they're my favorite brush brand. So I'm just going to be sharing my favorites with you guys today. So yeah, if you want to see what they are, then just keep watching. Okay, so I only own one Sigma face brush, and it is the Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush. This is a foundation brush that I love to use all day, every day. I just love it. It's really great. So this is what that looks like. This is from their coppery collection. Sigma has different color ferrules. This is copper. They also have gold and they have silver. And this is what the brush head looks like. So it's just as dense as a flat top Kabuki brush, but the reason why it's a 3D HD Kabuki brush is because it comes to a point right there. You guys can see that point. And what that's really good for is getting into the tighter areas of your face, like the sides of your nose, around the brows. I personally like to do my brows before I do my foundation. So this really helps me to get my foundation on without messing up my brows. This is a really great brush for applying foundation. So I own a ton of eye brushes from Sigma, and these ones are my favorites. Two of these brushes I've actually owned forever, like before I started YouTube, before I went hardcore in the beauty industry. I bought these brushes to start off with, and I've just loved Sigma brushes ever since. So the first one is the Sigma E40 Tapered Blending Brush. This is what that looks like. It's very fluffy and it's tapered, and it's great for blending out eyeshadows. This one I would compare to the MAC 224 brush, so if you have that brush and really love it, this one's also a great option as well because it works just as good, but it's more affordable. This one's a great brush. What I love to use it for is just blending out my transition color, blending out that crease color, and just really buffing it out and smoking it out so we have a flawless smoked out look. Alright, next I have the E30 pencil brush. This was also one of the first brushes that I ever purchased from Sigma. It's just a great brush to have. Pencil brushes, in my opinion, are always a good idea to have in your collection because I always find myself needing one. So this is what that looks like. It's slightly dense, but it's not too dense. So you can definitely pack on color, but then you can also blend it out as well. So what I like to use this one for is packing on color along that lower lash line, but then also blending it out as well. The point of it really helps you pack on color super tightly against that lower lash line, but because it's a little bit fluffy, you can really blend it out too for a nice smoked out lower lash line. I also like to use this to create a cut crease and just blend that out as well because it's not super duper dense and it is a little bit fluffy. It does blend out your cut crease really nicely as well, so this is a really good pencil brush to have. Alright, next we have another blending brush. This is the E25 blending brush. This is what that looks like. It's slightly fluffy and it's a little bit thin, but it's great for blending out shadow. I love using this one for cut creases. I feel like it just works so perfectly. If you angle your brush upward and then start to apply that shadow and just flick it up a little bit and blend it out, it gives you a flawless cut crease and the brush really just does all the work for you. Learned that from Crispy. Hey girl, hey. But yeah, this brush is really great for creating cut creases. It's great for packing on shadow to the outer V and blending it out and buffing it towards the inner corner and also upward and out. So this one's definitely a staple brush in my eye brush collection. I just need it all the time. So this one I would actually compare to the MAC 217 brush. Let me find my MAC 217. They are very similar. My MAC 217 looks a little bit fluffier because I've had it forever, and this one I just got not too long ago, but they're very similar as far as what they do. So I really love this brush. I think it's a great dupe and it's way more affordable than the MAC 217. My next favorite one is the E54 medium sweeper brush, and this one looks like this. It's a flatter brush. It's pretty dense, but it's not too thin to where you can't blend out the edge with it as well. This one I really like to use to pack on pigments or eyeshadows onto my lid and then just blend out the crease area as well, so I don't have that super harsh shadow crease line. It really helps to blend it out because it's not super thin. You can also wet this brush too. I really like to apply the pigment to the brush and then wet it a little bit with some MAC Fix Plus or anything I feel like wetting it with, and then just applying the pigment onto the lid or the shadow onto the lid. And wetting it just really helps to make that shadow pop, but this does a good job at keeping the shadow on the brush and then applying it to the eye area. So, okay, winged liner. This is the Sigma E06 winged liner brush, and this is hands down my favorite winged liner brush I've ever come across in my existence. So this one looks like this. Look how tiny that brush head is. It's so tiny and it's angled, which makes it the perfect winged liner brush of all time. It's so small. I have very little lid space to work with, so when I'm applying winged liner, I need a tiny brush so that way I can create the thinnest line possible. And the fact that this is super tiny and it's angled, it just really does the work for you when you're applying winged liner. I mean, not all the work, but it really helps out a lot. All you gotta do is just apply your winged line, do a little flick of the wrist, and you have the perfect winged liner. So this brush is definitely a great brush. If you're new to winged liner or you want to perfect your winged liner craft, I highly recommend this brush. Girl, it's a game changer. All right, and lastly, I have two brow brushes that I really love from Sigma. The first one is their E80 Brow and Lash Brush, and this is what that looks like. It's just a spoolie brush, but I really like to use it to brush my brow hairs out and just put them in their place before I start filling it all in. I've never used this for my lashes though. If you're into brushing your lashes and that's something that you do on the regular, this could be a good brush for you. I personally just like to use it to brush up my brows. I feel like the spoolie is really nice, so this is a great spoolie brush if you're looking for one. And then there's also the E75 angled brow brush. Now this is my absolute favorite brow brush to use for powder products. So this is what that looks like. The reason why I love it so much is because it's thin, but it's not too thin to where it's going to take you a million light years to fill in your brows. So this one I really like to use for powder products. I just feel like it works really great at just filling in those brows and getting that brow filled in pretty quickly. I have other brow brushes that are smaller and thinner, which I love to use for like dip brow pomades, but this brush in particular, because it's not super thin and because it does have some width to it, I feel like it works awesome for brow powder. So this is a really great brush for getting them brows on fleek. Alright, so that's it. Those are all my favorite Sigma brushes. I hope this video helps you guys out if you're in the market for brushes in general or if you're looking into Sigma. I know a lot of you were, so I really hope this helps you. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, leave me any more video requests down below in the comment section. You can also tweet me or leave me some on Instagram. You can also Snapchat me some video requests. I'm on Snapchat. I will leave all of those handles down below. Don't forget to check out my last video right over there. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!